Hey guys, welcome back to Candy Beauty. So today we are going to be swatching and testing out these the two new Moondust palettes by Urban Decay, hence why I have barely any makeup on right now. I have always loved the Moondust Single shadows. I have all of them, and I actually got the 3 new shades, so we'll be doing some comparisons as well to these palettes. I think they're all new. No, one of them has a repeat shade, I think. So this palette, the Space Rider, has 1 repeat shade, Space Cowboy. But the Moondust, trying so hard not to like chip these or anything, the Moondust Galactic Cowgirl palette, I believe is all brand new shades. So here they are side by side. Star Cowgirl, just right off the cuff, and Cosmic Cowgirl look like they could be a little bit similar. Besides that, all of the shades look pretty different to me. What do you guys think? And then I do have, like I said, all the singles. I think I'm gonna do a separate video on the singles because they also launched 3 new singles shadows of the Moondust as well, which I believe are different than what's in this palette as well. Both of these palettes retail for $39. They're made in Canada. They have a 24-month shelf life. And let's see, they are 4 grams, 0.14 ounces, vegan formula. So yeah, I'm super excited. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap the bell so you can be notified of all the new upcoming videos. And let's get right into these new Moondust palettes from Urban Decay. Okay, so at first I thought that this single, so this is one of the new singles. This is Wild Dipper. I thought that this was going to be a repeat shade because, as you can see, in the Space Rider palette, Wild Dipper Rides Again is one of the shades. But this is only called Wild Dipper. And then obviously, if you hold it up, so these I think are around $20, the Moondust Singles. This I'd have to say looks maybe the closest to Cosmic Space Dust. So I'll swatch those 2 together just to see. And then, so the other weird thing about this is that bits and pieces of these are, so the new singles are only available, I don't know if they should be available on Urban Decay's site, but as far as like Ulta and Sephora, these singles are definitely much larger. And now, I don't know, this kind of looks like it could be. All right, let's just swatch this palette first. Let's do that because I'm all over the place already. So this is Cosmic or Star Cowgirl. Space Cowboy, which we all know and love. Such a pretty shade. And then Wild Dipper. And then Cosmic Space Dust. Okay, Cosmic Space Dust is definitely a lot more opaque than the other shades. Okay, so these are all really pretty, but they kind of are very similar as well. And then let me just compare Wild Dipper right here. Ooh, so it is different. I would have to say it's probably closest to Space Cowboy. I mean, they're all very similar, but, or maybe even this first shade. What do you guys think? And then let's just see out of the, remaining shades if any of them appear I don't think Glitter Rock is like any of the shades in the palette. Definitely not Lithium. Solstice, no. That's Space Cowboy. We already know that that is in that palette. Okay, and then this is the shade is Cosmic. Yeah, I don't think it might be similar to this first Cosmic shade. Oh yeah, very similar. Okay, so Star Cowgirl and Cosmic are very, very similar. And Cosmic is one of the older shades of the Moondust singles. All right, so now let's do some eye swatches. This is Star Cowgirl. I don't have anything on my eyes right now. Okay, so again, that is Star Cowgirl. This is Space Cowboy. Okay, and then next we have Wild Dipper Rides Again and Cosmic Space Dust. All right, so to me on the eyes is kind of, well, I guess not. No, it's definitely more pink than Space Cowboy. Okay, so that's Wild Dipper Rides Again. And then Cosmic Space Dust. Oh wow, on the eyes this is a lot more silver. So it's really nothing like that other shade that I thought it was gonna, the older Moondust shade that I thought it would be similar to. Oh, these are so pretty. I would have to say they're quality-wise just like the original Moondust single shadows. But just different shades. There is some fallout. That is to be expected. That's why I have like only powder, like really nothing on, no lashes, because I knew it would fall into my lashes. But yeah, so that's these 4 shades in the Space Rider palette. And I really like the packaging on this one too. It's really, really pretty. Okay, now moving on to the Galactic Cowgirl palette. I really need to do like get more up close. So this is Cosmic Cowgirl, Cowgirl Warrior, Cowgirl Rider, and Emu Cowgirl. Okay, wow. So this first one's a lot more foiled. Like this one and this one are more, it almost feels like a different formula than the typical Moondust formula. All right, so there's that shade. And I'm just swatching these in the order that they are in the palette. Okay, so this palette is a lot more opaque than like the typical Moondust singles. They're usually more not transparent, but like glassy and shifty. And these have the sparkle, but they're more of like a metallic sort of just bolder, less glassy, less see-through base on these. And then here they are on the hand. Okay, and then as far as like similar shades, the only thing, this is a new shade too. This is Cosmic Craze, which, I mean, it's not a dead-on match, but it's kind of like in between Cowgirl Warrior and Cowgirl Rider, but it's definitely not, you can see it's definitely a different shade. It might be more similar to Wild Dipper Rides Again. I think it's a little bit more orangier though, like a little bit more copperish than Wild Dipper Rides Again. I kind of wish that Urban Decay had put like these, they don't mention, I don't see anywhere on their description page like these are new shades, these are repeat shades. Like that would have been nice for them to do, although if they want you to buy the palette, they're probably not going to say like, oh, this is this repeat shade. But so far the only repeat shade that I can see is Space Cowboy. All of the rest of the shades are definitely new and different. Okay, so going in with Cosmic Cowgirl first. On the eye. Yeah, I feel like even on the lids, they have more of a opaque base to them in this palette. Like still really pretty, but they don't seem as, like I said, like glassy. They're a little bit more, oh my gosh, glitter is just going everywhere. All right, now for our Cowgirl Warrior. I do like this because it's definitely got more of a pink base, whereas the Wild Dipper Rides Again, it was pink, but it wasn't like as, it was like that shifty. So this kind of is definitely like a true, like you can see the pink more, you know what I mean? Okay, so this is Cosmic Cowgirl and Cowgirl Warrior. Okay, and did I mention that there's one of the palettes that is available at, so Sephora only has one of the palettes. I think it's Space Rider. And Ulta has both of the palettes, but they don't have the new single. So it's kind of tricky. Anyway, so this is Cowgirl Rider on the eyes and Emo Cowboy. Actually, I don't mind that these are more, like they have more color, a base of color to them, actually. I kind of do like that. At first, I thought they were not going to be as like nice, but they still are really like glassy and sparkly. They're just not, like these are a little bit more sparkly than glassy, but they do sheer out. They just have like a stronger color base to them. That makes sense. All right, so again, this is Cowgirl Rider and Emo Cowboy. Okay, and then last but not least, we have the 3 new shades of the singles. These are also made in Canada. These are obviously like a bigger size though. So this is Rebel Star, Wild Dipper, and Cosmic Craze. All right, going in with a Rebel Star first. Wild Dipper, and Cosmic Craze. And these are definitely more reminiscent of the OG Moondust shadows. Just gorgeous. Okay, going in with Cosmic Craze. I mean, a lot of these are kind of Well, I guess that's different enough. It does kind of look like one of those other shades in the palette a little bit, but I think it's more on like the red side. I'll have to like go back and look. It's different enough to definitely be different, but it's a little bit similar. So that was Cosmic Craze. I really like this shade, this Wild Dipper shade. This is like really pretty. Really like festive. It would be perfect for the holidays. I mean, all of these actually would be, but I really like this shade a lot. All right, that is Wild Dipper. Okay, so I put the Rebel Star shade all over my eyes. Again, here are those 3 new shades. I really, really love the Rebel Star, I think, the most out of the new shades. I just feel like it's so pretty. It's so glassy. Overall, I think the price point is spot on for these palettes. I have to say though, if I were going to pick, I would choose, I don't know, if you don't have any of the singles, then this one, because this includes Space Cowboy. However, I'm trying to think overall. Yeah, I do like Wild Dipper Rides Again. But I think, I don't know. I really liked these too. Well, for somebody from like, okay, because I like that there's more base in these. I did not think I was going to, but I actually do. So if you already have Space Cowboy, definitely go with this one. And I don't know, my personal favorite is this palette. However, I feel like you can't go wrong with any of them. And then if you know, want new shades, these 3 new shades are really much different than any of the other shades. But I feel like now that they're making the palettes, do you really need the singles? You know what I mean? Like, these are smaller in pan size, but you get 4 for the price of around 2 singles. So, you know, 4 shades versus 2. I haven't hit pan on any of my singles. I don't know. I think with the Moondust shades, it's like you either love them or you don't. And typically the people that love them like all of the different shades, even though a lot of them do appear very similar. They have this similar glittery effect, but they are absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Even this is Solstice. Even the older singles are made in Canada. So nothing has changed with the formula. They're all manufactured in the same place they used to be. And I think they're beautiful. I love the Moondust shadows though, so I'm a little bit partial, but I do feel like they're really good topper shades for any sort of a look, especially around the holidays. They're so pretty. You can't get, I'm trying to think, the only thing that is somewhat parallel would be like the Pat McGrath Blitz Astral shades, but I don't even think she's making those anymore. So in my opinion, this is kind of, some of the Natasha Denona ones are a little bit like this, but honestly, these are just a league of their own and they're so pretty. You can put them over mattes. You can wear them on their own. They're just really, really beautiful shadows. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the comparisons and all of the swatches. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, tap the bell, and thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.